So we learn in this week's episode of Beautiful Bones that our main character Shotaro has a brother who has gotten pneumonia and therefore his mother can't come to the school festival. And when Sakurako hears that, she asks if he should come, and he of course wants her to come. And but yet he's still surprised when she actually shows up. And one of his friends is actually asking him who this beautiful lady is because he thinks that Jotaro and her may be an item or a couple. However, he concludes that she isn't his girlfriend uh, when she just leaves without him, and the friend is called Imai. We also learned that the school that Jotaro attends was an all girls school until 10 years ago. However, this isn't what the case is about. This case is I think we're gonna learn more about Ulna, the cat that Sakurako has bones of, because we found out in this week's episode that first of all, it's a bone in the upper arm. Yep, I'm not sure exactly where uh, in the human body. It's also the name of the cat that Sakurako has had as a child, and that it died of unnatural causes. And it was also the first specimen, or shall I say, that Sakurako did the autopsy to figure out what killed it, and also the first thing she turns into a specimen, which is basically her name for her collection of bones. And it seems to affect her more than she gives in to when she talks with Shotaro when he asked if she didn't feel sad about turning it into a specimen. Remember how she felt because after he leaves, she looks sad. She looks sad. I wonder if something is really wrong. Also, it sounds like she may have taken the cat bones that was in the Sasaki collection, which was a teacher that worked at the school. And that is actually what the case so far is about. Or let's actually, for a moment, just take one thing that I found out in this episode, and that is that Sasaki-sensai, the guy from the previous episode that was kind of okay with letting a person die. He is like Sakurako, but with flowers, because when he saw that there was a flower collection, he was like insanely happy that it was so well preserved. But let's get back to what is it called, the case. Because during, let's say it like this, when Sakurako looks at the bones that the school has, she gets angry that they isn't put in the right position to show the good things about them, especially because this is really good bones. They are basically like superb, I think she called it. So yeah, and this leads to Isozaki Sensei asking her if she would be willing to help him clean up the Sasaki collection, which at the school is going to be basically the students tells that it's haunted. And this of course drags in Shotaro because he's already there. And the payment is three of those Mont Blanc cakes. However, Isozaki must not tell the old lady Gran about it because she will most likely scold Sakurako for eating it. And during their, research, of course, it's revealed that Isozaki he loves flowers. They also find some books where there is the name Natsuko on, and a picture of a girl in a wheelchair, which I presume is the one of the girls. I presume is Natsuko. The name is Masasaki, which is what I presume the sister of Sasaki, and what most likely this case will be about. And let's get back to this because they find a huge chest with a lock on, and we find out that apparently Sakurako has become very good at opening what's it called, uh, locks with only a pin, because her uncle lost. Let me see, what's his uncle? Zitara is the uncle's name. He lost his keys a lot of times, so she was really good at opening locks. And in this box there is human bones, and the police they find out that those bones they are of Sono Natsuki, who took care of the sister of Sasaki. We haven't gotten the sister's name, but from the ending of this episode, I presume that Natsuko did something that caused, let's just say, Masasaki to end up in the hospital, where she can't move. The only way she can communicate is by a screen that basically writes what she says. I'm not sure exactly how that works. I know that people that is like can't speak gets that or stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure, but what I think is happening, as I already have said, is that Tsunuko Natsuki did something that caused Matsuzaki to get into that situation, and then Sasaki, he got so angry that he killed her, and then he basically, instead of basically what's it called, or not, he killed her, then got her basically sent to the morgue where she was to be cremated. However, he steals the bones before she's cremated because there's signs of the bones basically being blasted by fire. Of course, she could also have died in a fire. That's another case, but and that is actually what I think. He most likely burned her alive, and then he hid her remains in this chest. So I think that is basically a revenge from his side because of this happened to his sister. But we don't know yet because this is another multi-part episode of Sakurako. A corpse is buried under Sakurako's feet, or beautiful bones, as I refer to it normally. So until we get this week's episode, or let's say like today's episode, because I'm a bit behind, and sorry for that, guys. Yeah, sorry for that. Hopefully, I will not be so behind next week. But until that, I don't know what really happened. So yeah, guys, all I can say is have a good day, good night, wherever you are, and I will see you later, guys. Cheers.